Hi, welcome to our Eden Home channel. I would like to continue our theme about why I believe that the Fruitarian diet is a special diet in these last days for God's special people. I would like to talk to you about one of the most important benefits of Fruitarianism is the protection against radiation. Now, we know about how our last days we are bombarded with toxins in the sky through HARP and heavy metals and all these pesticides what agriculture is the farmers are using, and all kind of problems we cannot even imagine. But think about Chernobyl, or in Japan the atom reactors accidents. They are really more and more frequent and dangerous. So I read a book a while ago. It was about the sunshine and the cancer causing problems of skin cancer causing effects of the midday sunshine. Dermatologists were writing about and discussing what to do against. When we put the sun lotion on our skin, it will even elevate the amazingly the chances to receive skin cancer. They were discussing what to do and what would be the solution. And guess what? The solution would be is to use just to eat the fruits and vegetables in the raw state and not in the cooked version. When we cook it, it doesn't have an effect and protection anymore. Now, when I read this book, I was quite amazed and happy for this finding. And that day we were actually invited by a friend of ours. I mentioned it by lunch and told him about and his family about this book I just read. And he said, "That is true. That is the truth." I said, "Why? How do you know that?" And he explained to us when he was young, a university student, with his friend, who was a fruitarian, by the way, a friend, not my friend, was whom we know. He was in his youth as well vegan, but cooked vegan. But his friend was a raw vegan. So his friend invited him to go with a bicycle to Turkey for a 2 weeks vacation. And he said, well, let's just lie in the sun and enjoy the beach and the ocean. But he said, we are blonde and we are white-skinned. We won't be able to tolerate the sunshine in the midday. So why don't you just start and eat raw food with me? Like he started about 2 weeks prior their vacation. And so he ate only raw fruits the whole time with his friend in Turkey, and they were day and night at the beach. They ate figs and grapes and whatever they found, didn't receive any sunburn, any pain, any aches from the sunshine. And after the 2 weeks were over, they decided to go back a bit with train. What happened on the way back when the sunshine wasn't there anymore? Our dear friend said, it's enough, what's enough, it's enough. I'm gonna go to a restaurant and have a vegan pizza. His friend told him, the raw food friend, I wouldn't advise you to do that. Why? We are not in the sun anymore. Well, it's still in your skin. If you do this now, you're gonna have all the sunburn what you didn't have. So our friend didn't believe. They went to a restaurant. And what happened? After that, he had so much pain. But the friend of his, who ate only, I suspect, raw fruits, like fruits or salad, interestingly didn't have any trouble, any struggle. After hearing this story, I had a special visit of a friend of ours who came to us to Portugal, and it was August. It was a hot sunny day. He said, "Oh, why don't we go to the beach? I want to meet my family, and we can spend our day swimming and jumping and playing ball at the beach with my 3 sons." So we decided to go there. But a friend of ours who is a little bit dark-skinned southern person, He spent the whole day in a restaurant speaking to his family, while we, white-skinned, and my son's blonde, they spent the whole day in the ocean. They were running in and out and playing ball and whatever they did at the beach without any tree being there. I was kind of nervous because we haven't found any umbrella or any protection, any tree around us so that we could protect ourselves from the sunshine. And I didn't take with me any sun lotion. What happened? We went back home in the evening, and the next day, what happened? Our dear friend, who didn't spend any time, just up 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he spent time with our boys in the playing together at the ocean. He got a sunburn, but not my sons and not myself. I was really amazed about this situation. And what also happened is a friend of ours explained to us, and my husband also, when he visited Fiji Islands, he heard the same story there as well. There, many years ago, I think in 1950s, but I'm not sure, American scientists did an atom experiment under the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, somewhere where the least islands are. But there was one island they forgot to evacuate, and that was quite close to the center of their experiment. They were really nervous. They went back home and sent a group of people to these islanders and to see that they can bury them. But what happened? Nobody was dead on the island. The people didn't understand why they get these visitors. And they found out that the people on this island were fruitarians. They ate only the things, the fruits, maybe papayas, ananas, I don't know, I don't remember exactly the article. But they ate only fruits, and that was an amazing story. Fruits have a protection against radiation. On the next film, I'm going to talk to you about dry fasting, or it could be other fasting form too, but I especially going to talk to you about dry fasting, because that also provides an amazing protection and healing power against radiation and radioactive diseases. Now, continuing about our discussion on cooked or raw, I would like to tell some thoughts. It is just some from the many. There are so many more informations you can find. But important is that cooking introduces toxic substances in the body. And the result of this is an enlargement of the pancreas, the damage of the liver, the thyroid glands, and the adrenals. And this is the reason why many organs can be completely damaged. When we cook our food, it reduces the oxygen availability, which is really important for our body. It brings degenerative changes in our blood. Studies have shown that our immune system often reacts to the introduction of cooked food to the bloodstream the same way as does to foreign pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi. The body literally attacks the food, sending an army of white blood cells to do the job. This phenomenon does not occur when we eat raw foods. The direct cause-to-effects correlation exists between the cooked food diet and cancer and heart disease. Now, try to think about this. Our body attacks the cooked food, but not the raw, lifelong. It shows that this is not natural for our bodies. Another important issue, undigested proteins, also when it comes from cooked beans or grains, lead to kidney failure and produce allergies. That's what we had before we started the raw food diet. Allergies, arthritis, leaky gut syndrome, autoimmune disorders. And when we change our diet to the best, they disappear. When we go back to cooked meal, it comes again. It is very interesting. We tell this for sure from experience that this is truth. Cooked starchy foods, extremely high glycemic response. It has very high blood sugar, causes very high blood sugar in our body, and this is the reason for diabetes. Cooked food, the fat with sugar combination, very, very bad. The digestion of cooked carbohydrates is very difficult, and when, for example, we cook carbohydrates, it can be grains or potatoes uh, or beans. Then what happens? We usually add to it fatty foods or sweeten it somehow, but it causes fermentation. And the byproducts of this fermentation is gas, alcohol, and acetic acid. Alcohol is a poison that kills every cell with which it comes into contact. Now, one of the poisons which complex carbohydrates when we cook uh, results is acrylamide. This is really, really bad. This is found in bread, in chips, in crackers, French fries, and several food items. Another important is fats. When we heat fats, we know that the cell respiration will completely be damaged and disturbed, and it's causing dangerous carcinogens in our bodies. Dr. Israel Breckman demonstrated that the endurance of animals with raw foods was 2 to 3 times greater than after the same foods in the cooked form. Dr. Edward Howell demonstrated that the importance of enzymes in raw foods for increasing the lifespan and the health of our immune system, because this way we can prevent and cure autoimmune and other degenerative diseases. So important are the enzymes in our food, and when we cook our food, we lose our enzymes completely. Thank you so much. These are just few little appetizers to tell you a little bit about why I believe God really wants His children in the end time to come back to His original design, the fruits and the tender greens. Thank you so much for your attention. Please don't forget to subscribe and make your comments at the end. Thank you. Bye.